If you don't understand cravings and what your body is telling you, like I've really learned with addiction is just simply doing something that you don't want to be doing. Like I don't want to be doing, like me with cigars. Like I didn't want to smoke last night and I did. And it's just like, so there's a form of addiction there. It's not like I wake up like I need a cigar, man. But I have a problem. I have to address the fact that I have to be driving the ship. Being like, I said once every 2 weeks, craving. Okay? And now you're just, I'm sliding off the rails here. So you just have to, I'd love to quit those fucking things. I really should. So that's, there's always something. But then it's like, I haven't drank in almost a year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But it's like...
So then it just becomes, at the end of the day, you're like... Well, what it is you open Pandora's box where you started getting a buzz. So then you have to stay, like, straight edge to the point that you don't think... Because, basically for the first 17 years of my life, I was straight edge because, I was a baby. Yeah. And then, I wasn't like, oh, God, what a day at the playground. I need a drink. You know what I mean? There was none of that. But then once you get into that world, it's just like, there's just so little information about how once you go off on your own, how you have to be your own parent. You have to say it's time to go home. It's time to go bed. To go to bed. You need it, and like all of a sudden, it's just that overwhelming sense of freedom of you don't have your parents, you're not in school anymore. I don't have to fucking read anymore. I love Oreo cookies. I'm gonna buy a whole fucking box of them. I'm gonna sit here and eat them. Nobody's telling me what to do, and you start sitting there thinking you're a rebel, and it's just like.
Do you ever feel like when you're like, for example, I don't enjoy weed. I wish I enjoyed weed, man. Oh, it makes me feel like shit. I don't even enjoy drinking. It makes me feel like shit. And then it's like all I have are these hamburgers. It's the only. I have a lot to live. I have a lot to live for.
No, but I know what you mean.
It's like.
That's how my cigars are. It's just like
exactly. It's like let me have this one thing.
Yeah.
But it's bad. Really bad.
Yeah.
But I eat a lot of fucking Egg McMuffins, dude.
Yeah. I mean, that's just the worst fucking way ever to start your day because your salt is just going to be through the roof.
I never thought about it like that.
Yeah. It's like flying a fucking plane. And you just go like this. You just going straight and level.
I'm going to hit that smoothie.
Straight, level, and boring. And then I got a green smoothie that's great. Now I do those.
I want the green smoothie. Yeah. Can I get the green smoothie?
Yeah, I'll give you that one.
So tell me.
There's one Ezekiel bread. You put a little mustard. You toast that up, a little mustard on it, and then just put some spinach leaves on it, and then make an egg over easy. Put that on top.
Oh shit!
Huh? Yeah.
What's up?
Yeah, but then just don't salt the shit out of the egg. Because then you're gonna wake up,
I never thought
sugar vampire sits up.
I never thought about the salt as an issue. Because like, there's no fucking calories in salt.
No, it's what it does. It's gonna the cravings, and then your body's just gonna start going like, just have a handful of M&Ms. It's not that bad, man. Come on, just hook me up, man. Hook me up.
Yeah, it's so true.
And the reality is you just have to just kind of push through that. It's like 8 to 15 minutes. You just have to push through that.
That's so true.
And get to the other side.
Yeah.
Drink some water. And start thinking sane again.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's so much shit. My phone, I'm addicted to my phone. I'm on that phone. This is messing with my stuff. It's another thing I did. I fucking went out with my family, and I was just sitting there answering all these emails. I was so excited that people liked my special.
Yeah.
And then I was like, huh? And I was like, I was there, but I wasn't there.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I literally make fun of people like that in my act. It's just like, I'm the biggest fucking hypocrite ever. So
that's
whatever.
Right. We're all hypocrites.
Yeah.
But you were mentioning that God, when we were on break, you said something. Oh, that the McDonald's people are jealous of heroin.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't want to say like literally like something blasphemous and those fucking lunatics sue me, but like
that's not the family.
Food companies.
Yeah.
Yeah, like something I read one time really stuck with me that they looked at hardcore drugs and junkies with envy, going, we want people.
They case studied.
So they call it like we want our food to have a craveability.
Right.
It's like I remember one time when they had this one team had a bounty. If you knock out a player on another team, a football team. So rather than saying that, he goes, I need to know if you guys are willing to compete at the level that we need you to compete, because no one's going to say it. Like right then, it's just, I mean, like just fucking try to injure people and knock them out. Is that what you're saying? I would never say that, but that's what I want you to do. We want our food to have a craveability, and that's why like all of that fucking food, that shit that's just bad. Like you give me, I start Oreo cookies, and I don't. That sleeve could be from here to my house.
It's like a bender. It's like a food bender.
Yeah.
When like a sober person goes, you know, you take a sip and you're fucking wake up in Vegas.
So here's the thing with ice cream: you can't take the pint to the couch.
Right.
If you just take it and you scoop out what you're gonna have, and try to say, and you have to be in the right mindset. Like, okay, I'm doing this. At least for me.
No,
that's what I learned with like booze, which is why I stopped. Was because I'm not like addictive in the classic case, but I am like, if it's in the house, I'm going to consume it.
Right.
So I don't have the, I don't have any cigars in the house anymore. I kind of have some high-end booze that I just can't throw it out because it costs me so much fucking money. But like, I walk by it now, I don't even see it. It's like it's like books on the shelf. It's like I'm not reading those.
That's beautiful.
So it is kind of a, I'm trying to keep steering into my new drug is 8 hours sleep, which this week doing all this press and shit I haven't really gotten. But like there really is. I
really need 8 hours.
Yeah, 8 hours sleep is the greatest thing ever. Yes. Once you have a kid, and but I will say though, knocking out all your vices, it's the greatest morning you'll ever have, and the worst evenings, every single day.
Yeah,
it's like, oh my God, I feel like I'm 15 years younger. This is great, and then just the day hits you and all the shit that happens during the day. And then there's just always that time of like, oh, God, when you see beer commercials, you're like, God, that looks delicious.
They're all happy and beautiful.
Yeah.
Best fucking thing ever. That's what I'm saying. And like, for me, it's a cheeseburger. But okay, I admit, it will kill, and that will kill me.
Well, you know what? You just said that, and there's a cheeseburger place I want to try out here that I'm going to probably go to today.
Oh, God, you just fucked me up. Name it. What is it called?
I don't want to name it because everybody's going to go.
Yeah. You tell me afterwards. But it's, so see, here's where my mind is. It's like, it's Friday. We got it. We got through the week, baby.
But then it's Saturday, and that's
the
Sunday.
Weekend, so we should be taking
That's what happens.
Easy.
Like pretty recently.
Just go out and make them that smoothie. Just try it.
There's an idea.
The chocolate one, and then do the green one.
I will.
It'll be fine.
I'm excited.
I will.
Yeah.
But you gotta not order.
I'm telling you, then you just start. If you start eating well, the fat has nowhere to hide. It just doesn't. It just, it's like, it's just over.
All right, you come back on this show, and I'm gonna be skinny, and I'm gonna call it the Bill Burr. Ethan's no longer fat.
No, here's the thing. I gave you like literally. I just scraped the surface. Okay, and what you want to do is get a nutritionist. Do not listen to your listeners who's going to be, actually, there's studies about almond milk and all, and there's going to be a zillion things. That's why I got a nutritionist, because if you go on and you try to learn yourself on the internet and you don't know what you're doing, just the first, 3 pages are all dominated by evil food people, where it's just like, no, you're not getting away, and it's just, and then it's like trying to give money to a charity. How the fuck do I know that this is a legit one?
That's so true.
How do I know? And it's just so.
Okay, I think I do need to get a nutritionist.
I agree.
But I tried a diet where I got a personal trainer, and she's like, I want you to eat high-fat ground beef, cheese, avocado. I was like, are you sure this is going to make me lose weight?
Yeah, and then what?
It's like the, no.
Yeah, you shit out of fucking.
I was like,
what's your block?
I was like, what are you talking about?
No, like,
what is that? That's the
keto.
I think that what they do is a lot of those personal trainers, what they have is they have down to like a formula how to have you do like a Biggest Loser weight drop, and like how to quickly just cut things down and look amazing, blah blah.
Yeah.
I don't like. I really.
It's not sustainable.
Yeah.
You can't. That's not. She
Yeah.
scared the hell out of me when she was like.
Everything you just said, I'm like, how is this going to move through my body?
Yeah.
What is the lubricant? Where is the what is going to get me? Oh, well, you drink a stick of butter. Okay. And I know there's a lot of lies about nutrition, but that just goes too far.
Yeah, I think we all can understand.
Just take a handful of raw bacon and dunk it in butter juice, and then suck that down. It's just like, all right, you sure? Everything was a lie that you were told. It's just like, all right, it's just like. This is either 100% right or I'm going to Jonestown. So that might, and I don't know anything about that diet, but I found what I've been doing has been working from you.
Okay,
so
I like
try it out.
Yeah.
It's
Get
the
yourself a
being a
nutritionist.
healthy, reasonable human being diet.
Yeah, and if you just like really just and then once you get yourself into shape, if you just kind of stay on the diet and just stay like, because I did this like a year ago and I quit drinking and everything, and I've pretty much, I would always go up to like $1.90 and then be like, oh, fuck this, and I go down to 168 and people are like, oh my God, you look sick. And I'm like, all right, now I'm good. Hey, I can have a cheeseburger. And then I got the fucking crack
It's
back in
the,
my vein.
That's
Yeah,
true.
so that-
Ethan
all
can
right.
have a great week,
Yeah.
and then it's the weekend, and it's like the weekend, and then it's back.
All
to-
right.
Yeah.
Well,
Whatever
I'm
was
doing
before.
it. I like it. I've never thought to get nutrition.
Just to help you out, you've made that point 3 times, and it's going to fire up his engines. All right? I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at me being like, not choosing sides.
You're the mediator.
Because you're right. You're right.
No, I know she's right. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
she is. Look at her. She's in
she-
shape, and you're a
But
fucking
you know
mess
what?
over here.
But you know what? First of all, I accept that.
You look like you just had a kid. I mean, come on, man. You gotta do something
I
here.
wish I was pregnant. I could just lose this weight immediately. You know what I
It
mean?
doesn't quite work that way. But yeah.
But the thing is that Hila doesn't understand, and people like her
Okay, I'll
don't
shut up.
understand.
Yeah, let's not have a fight here,
That's
guys.
it, I'm
we're
done.
here to promote my special, not to end your marriage.
But I think this is an important point. She doesn't have the fat disease that I have. She's like, Ethan, why don't you just
I
why don't you
know,
just eat
but
a
I can
salad?
understand
Here comes the excuses.
Yes,
I'm just saying
I'm
it's
living
harder
with
for
you.
other
I
people.
see it.
It isn't.
I live with
Yeah, it's
you.
harder because
I know what you're going through because I see it.
You haven't.
I've
It's
been
not
with
harder.
you this
It's
whole
not. You know
time.
what's harder? The crying adults that have to sew together our clothes in a sweatshop. That's what's difficult. Okay, you live in America. It's just easy. Okay, you don't have to stand in.
Interesting
You don't have
point.
to stand in bread lines or anything like that. No, you know something. Seriously, if you look over your shoulder every once in a while, you'll see how fortunate you are. It's just you haven't. What it is you're so fucking bogged down by all the mistakes that you've thrown down your fucking pie hole. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm just being blunt here.
Okay, go ahead.
That it's hard to get up off the couch. It is. It's like if you haven't tried to touch your toes in forever, the first time you do it, you're never going to want to do it again. But it's all just like, I remember seeing this thing about like addiction where it was saying that junkies basically will go through 30 years, up to 30 years of misery to just avoid 1 week of hell. So all you got to do is you got to get the locomotive going. And then what happens is you're going to get addicted to, like, I got myself to the point when I'm eating right and everything that if something has too much sugar into it, I'm like, whoa, what is wrong with that? I'm talking literally like peanut butter. And my whole life, I never noticed that. And I used to think like, oh, I just have a sweet tooth. You know what I mean? My dad has a sweet tooth. I got it from him. It's like, no. He was cooking the meals. Everybody, it's just like he's passing it on.
It's true.
Yeah, here's the works, kid. Tie yourself off.
right,
It's
Bill
the
Burr.
sugar salt. That's the speedball.
But they
It's like coke and heroin
is, it
for a
is.
fatty. It literally is. That's what like I didn't know anything about eating something salty and then you want something sugary. I never knew that until
never heard that.
I had a fat roommate and he told me about it.
he knew about
He's
it.
like, dude, you ever eat? Yeah. That's what. Then ever since he fucking taught me that, he taught me how to fucking.
Was
tie
he
off.
saying it to you like how to get high? Because he's like, hey man, you know how you really want to enjoy
Yeah.
sugar.
Yeah, no, that's the fucking thing. I'm telling you, like I used to do a bit about that in my act. How all of that shit, like when I was a kid, a candy bar was a candy bar,
Yeah.
and ice cream was ice cream.
Right.
Okay, fat people who just went over the rails were the ones who were like, "What if I take this and stick it in that?" And then the ice cream companies ripped them off.
Right.
But they never sued them because they were so ashamed to waddle up and be like, "Hey, I came up with that." Right? Like the shit that some of my fat friends have done with food. I mean, it's like it's not even like mainstream porn. It's like the Fed should come in and grab your hard drive.
Oh man.
That was a shock
You should
to
have
me.
to call your neighbors that you moved in. You have to tell your neighbors that
database.
you moved into that neighborhood, so when they go to their barbecue, they know what the fuck they're in for. But I'm telling you, man, you can like really, if you get a nutritionist, it's anything else. You would like, if you want to learn something, if you learn how to fight, you go to like a dojo and somebody learns how to fight. This fucking shit where you try to figure it out, Or you talk to somebody at a bar going, you know what's good? You know what's good? Eat the pistachios. Eat pistachios with the shells, because that's what the nutrition's. Oh, really? You just listen to the shit. Half the shit that I told you was probably wrong because I'm trying to.
But it sounds good.
It
makes sense. It's all whole. Okay, I'm gonna drink the shakes.
Yeah, there you go.
Ela, what you want? Did you want to?
I was gonna say that I had a
get up and stretch. Just literally eat a smoothie. And she'll probably make it for you.
Dude.
I would.
Yeah,
I would.
Make me a
I'll make
smoothie,
you.
know.
I'll make you the whole
My
diet.
computer.
Sounds like the beginning of a hit love song. If you make me a smoothie.
I was gonna say it was such a shock to me
piano
the
keys.
food here.
I love it.
Moving from Israel, seeing the food here, like breakfast, people eat like okay, eggs and pancake, but it's not just one pancake. They'll get like a pile of pancakes
No, the American.
with like a stick of butter
We just
on
call
top.
it a stack. We're a pile. You're really
And
describing
no,
how
they're
high
calling
it
it breakfast.
A stack. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the breakfast.
pile of pancakes.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's true.
If that was written that way in the menu, I'd be like, well, wait a minute. What am I doing here?
Yeah.
A stack? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like money. Yeah, I'm fucking crushing it. I got mad stacks, yo. Mad stacks of pancakes.
But it's true.
That's America to me. They'll take something and they'll like take it
you know
too
what-
far.
And you know what I
That's
call
it.
that? I call that nap food. When I see like pancakes, waffles, all that shit with butter and syrup, that is nap food. You're gonna
You go
eat
to
that. And be
sleep.
like, oh my god, this is amazing. And you're lucky if you don't fucking drive into a tree on the ride home, depending on how far away your apartment or house is from that breakfast place. Yeah, you just have to be like conscious of it.
I mean, in Israel,
sucks.
breakfast is
It
healthy.
Fucking sucks.
And the world is stacked against me because when I go to the grocery store, when I go wherever, even if I want to go out to eat, it's like all these motherfuckers gotta play me dirty.
Yeah, they're gonna. But you know what? It just takes solace, and most
Like-
people are starving around the world. This is your mountain. You know what you're gonna realize? A lot of times you think it's a mountain, and all you're doing is stepping up on a curb. I'm telling you. You
That's
just.
beautiful.
Yeah, you really think that it's just.
You are
Giant
motivating me
fucking
though.
thing.
Because you are motivating me, you know. Thank
Much
you.
as a dick as I am, I root for people.
I
don't
know
like
you do.
seeing
I know.
people fucking
Yeah.
fail.
Yeah.
I don't like seeing that.